Om Shanti. Good morning, Diamond Morning. The Baba is emphasizing so much on this pilgrimage of remembrance, its benefits, when to remember Him, how to remember Him, why do we need to remember Him, and if we don't remember Him, what are the consequences? So let's listen to Baba's sweet versions of the 1st of May, 2023. Today is May Day. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, in order to make progress, wake up early in the morning hours of nectar and remember the Father. The early morning is the best time to earn an income. Question: what is the basis of remaining safe and sound for all time? What is the state in which you are safe and sound? Answer: the Father's Srimad enables you to remain safe and sound. You will never experience any sorrow or problems. You children become so fortunate that you can never be hurt in any way, and your bodies become free from disease. Continue to sing the praise of your fortune. Those who remember the Father whilst sitting and moving around are said to be the fortunate children who remain safe and sound. And the song of Baba's Murli. O traveler of the night, do not become weary. The destination of dawn is not far off. Very beautiful song. Om Shanti. You sweetest effort-making children must know the meaning of this song yourselves, number-wise according to your efforts. Only those who are present on this pilgrimage can understand the accurate meaning of the song. This pilgrimage takes place at night, whereas physical pilgrimages take place during the day. When pilgrims go to Amarnath or Badrinath, they travel by day and sleep at night, whereas you children travel through the night. You have to work during the day for the livelihood of your bodies. You go to work and the mothers look after the home. The maximum progress can be at night when everyone else is asleep. You can have a very good pilgrimage at that time. Even devotees stay in remembrance in the early morning hours of nectar. Children, If you want to make progress, the Father advises you. And what advice does he give us? Become conquerors of sleep. I told you this 5,000 years ago. By all means, go to bed early. There is a saying, early to bed, early to rise. This quality makes human beings great. You become so wealthy that you will never have to worry about money. You receive the inheritance for 21 birds in the land of Shiva. Here, you've been making effort for birth after birth, whereas the reward of the efforts of this time lasts for 21 births. It is a wonder. No one else could inspire you to make such effort. The imperishable Father inspires you to make imperishable effort. Here, what do people not do for money? A father would kill his children, and children will kill their father. You now have to claim your imperishable inheritance from the eternal Father. And so you have to remember the eternal Father and the imperishable inheritance. There is no other difficulty. There are simply two words, which are called the great mantra. By remembering these two words, you receive the tilak of sovereignty. Baba didn't say the two words here, actually, but the two words are Manmanabhava and Madhyajika. There is power in this remembrance. It depends on how much remembrance you have and how much yoga and knowledge you have. There is no question of knowledge of the scriptures here. If you tell people to remember just these two words, they would say that they don't have time. They cannot remember. They forget again and again. And they therefore cannot make the pilgrimage of two words. You compose songs, poems, and dialogues, and you then remember them. In fact, there is no need for those here. Here you have to remain silent. Can you not understand the seed and the tree? By your grasping the meaning of the seed, the whole tree will be visible in front of you. There are 4 ages and 4 clans in this. It does not take time to bring all of this into your intellect. You receive the kingdom of heaven within a second simply by staying in remembrance. Visions are granted within a second. At the moment, it is as though you are in heaven, the land of Krishna. You only have to remember 2 things. Firstly, remember the Father. Secondly, this knowledge is so elevated that it enables you to become deities from human beings. Deities are pure. Knowledge is always studied in a state of celibacy. It is only after studying and when they are ready to look after a home that they then get married. A creator, in brackets father, has to look after everyone at home, which is why he has to earn money. Therefore, this income is earned in a state of celibacy. Nowadays, people have become greedy for wealth. They earn some income and then go and do another course. Now, the father says, children, this course is very easy. Simply follow Sriman. Stay awake at night and practice this. It is very easy to have the pilgrimage of the intellect during the night. And you will also receive a great deal of help. 2 or 3 o'clock is called the early morning hours of nectar. Wake up early in the morning and spin the discus of self-realization. This is the task of your intellects. The Father's order is, remember me constantly, and your sins will continue to be absolved. Otherwise, how could you take, Baba says, otherwise, how could I take you brides home? All of your brides are impure, and your wings are broken. Now, simply have remembrance, and you will become pure. Make effort to wake up early in the morning. You might not be able to have remembrance throughout the day. It is easy to make this effort at night, and you will receive a great deal of help. The main thing is remembrance. You know that you are souls, and that the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, is teaching you. You have to study with him. He is your Father, and so you have to belong to him. You understand that you are the souls who have been separated from the Supreme Soul for a very long time, and that you have now come and met Shiv Baba. Living souls, in brackets, human souls, come to meet the Father. And so the Supreme Soul also has to come in a human body. He is the Supreme Soul. The form of souls and that of the Supreme Soul are the same. Both are like sparkling stars. You souls are filled with parts of 84 birds. The Father says, I too am an actor, and I am also bound by the drama. The world doesn't know that I cannot come at any other time other than the confluence of every cycle. Although many calamities, etc., come, the Father says, I only come when everyone becomes impure. I am the creator of a new world, and I come in an impure world. It is the soul that becomes impure first. The soul knows that he was at first pure, and that he has now become impure. Only you receive these teachings. The students who remain present in front of the teacher are the ones who receive all the teachings. The very first teachings you receive are conquer the 5 vices, burn your sins away with the fire of yoga. It is poison, vice, in brackets, that has buried you in the graveyard. It is called poison. You become pure with the nectar of knowledge. It is very easy to remember the Father and the inheritance. Some children say, Baba, I am not able to imbibe knowledge. I cannot explain like the senior sisters do. The father says, children, these are the karmic accounts of everyone. Some are not able to imbibe knowledge even after living here for 25 to 30 years. The Father of your souls is the Supreme Soul, and He is the Creator of heaven. The Father has come to give you your inheritance of heaven, and so you have to remember the Father. You children also have to be made clever. You children first have to have mercy for your children. You children understand that at this time, you are sitting personally in front of the most beloved Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. We also claim our unlimited inheritance of heaven from the incorporeal Father a cycle ago. The Father says, I have to take this body on loan. He is sitting in this rented body. Since he does not have a body of his own, he has to rent one. This is the chariot of which he becomes the charioteer every cycle. You can see the charioteer in this chariot. Previously, you did not understand anything from studying the Gita. They have shown Arjuna sitting in a horse chariot. Your father is the charioteer. He says to you children, remember me, your father, and keep a chart. Excuse me. Why do you not remember such a bridegroom who gives you happiness for 21 births? However, that one is incognito. The Father now says, have the faith that you are souls and follow the Father's Srimad. However, it is in this that Maya harasses you a great deal. She is no less clever. She also wins the very good children. Baba makes you souls into the masters of heaven, and Maya tries to reduce you to the birth of a cremator because you stop following Srimad. Here, you children understand that God is teaching you. You are godly students. Even though you wake up some other course, Baba says, even though you take up some other courses, you will still remember the teacher. The Father says, by all means, live at home with your families, but together with that, take this course that makes you ever happy. I give such unlimited wealth that you will not have to experience sorrow for 21 births. No one in the entire world is as sensible as you. There is so much praise of presidents, etc. But you are the most wonderful, great, incognito authorities. No one in this world can be as full of knowledge as you. You children now understand that by making Bharat into heaven, you are becoming the masters of heaven for 21 births. Jagat Amba's attainment is so great. She also gives the great mantra to remember Shiv Baba. The Father sits here and personally says, beloved children, remember me. Do not forget this pilgrimage. Do not waste time. This is a huge income. Your intellect's yoga should remain there. We are personally sitting in front of Shiv Baba. We have come to the Father's home. You are now sitting at Haridwar, in brackets, God's gateway. Hari, in brackets, God himself, the Supreme Soul, is sitting here. There, at Haridwar, there is water. This is the true doorway to God. Har means remover, means the one who removes sorrow. That remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness is sitting here in front of you. Devotees go and sit on the banks of the river Ganges. They believe that they should remain on the banks of the Ganges and also have the water of the Ganges in their mouths. When someone is dying, they give him the water of the Ganges to drink. Now, the water of the Ganges is not the purifying. Shiv Baba alone is the purifying. Everyone has to remember Shiv Baba. Why everyone has to remember Shiv Baba? So that their final thoughts will lead them to their destination. It is not that at the end someone will sit and say, remember Shiv Baba. At the end, you have to remember Shiv Baba by yourself whilst leaving your body. We now have to return to Shiv Baba in the land of liberation. The Golden Age is called the land of liberation and life. Dham, land, means the place of residence. Incorporeal souls reside in the land of liberation, in the element of light. You are sitting in the home of Hari, God. There is only the one who is the remover of sorrow. You children now remember Shiv Baba and his sweet home. Baba has come to take you back to his home. You now have to remember Shiv Baba's sweet home. No one here is sweet. The Father now tells you children what he tells us. If you want to claim the unlimited kingdom, stay awake throughout the night and go on a pilgrimage. I only come in the depths of the darkness of the night, when the night of Brahma is about to end and the day has to begin. I come at the confluence of the unlimited night and the unlimited day. Therefore, you too should conquer sleep and practice staying in remembrance throughout the night. Between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning is known as the auspicious time of Brahma. The Father gives these teachings through Brahma. And what teachings he gives? Stay awake throughout the night and remember me, and you will become strong. Although Maya will harass you a great deal, you must still continue to make effort. All the effort in this has to be made by your intellects. While sitting, walking, and moving around, stay in remembrance. The Father says, don't become weary, O travelers of the night. You will experience great pleasure at night, and that intoxication will continue throughout the day. Firstly, remember the Father. And secondly, praise your own fortune. The fortune of everyone else is broken. Your fortune is now being awakened, whereas that of everyone else is asleep. Consider the fortune of those whose intellect's yoga is engaged in earning money to be sleeping, whereas your true fortune is being awakened. The stomach doesn't need a great deal to eat. What do the indigenous people eat? They eat chilies and chapatis made of ground maize and chickpeas. Here, you receive everything. You have to remain ordinary, neither too rich nor too poor. The Father now says, beloved children, remember me, my jewels of light. I seat you on my eyelids and take you back. The children who are the lamps of one's hopes are always loved a great deal. By following Srimad, you will remain constantly safe and sound. The meaning of being safe and sound is very deep. You will never be hurt or experience any difficulty. I make you safe and sound to such an extent that your bodies remain free from disease and death has no power over you. If you remember me very well, you receive health. Those who made this effort in the previous cycle and created their reward are now watching this happen as observers. This one ensures himself. Even on the path of devotion, Baba is the insurance magnate, referring to Brahma. People take out a policy in God's name. They give incognito donations to the poor. When a wedding is arranged, they give in an incognito way. The fruit received by making an incognito donation is also incognito. By making it, Baba says, by making a show of it, the power they receive is harmed. The Father is called the magnet. You insure yourself with him. The fruit you receive is according to the extent that you insure yourself. If you commit sin, you receive punishment accordingly too. You receive a great reward for performing charity. Those people are limited philanthropists. They set aside 8 annas or 4 annas from their income and they use it. The philanthropists are those who use for the welfare of others. So Baba says, you now have to become complete philanthropists. Insure yourself fully. Just see, Mama only insured her body and mind. Kumaris do not have money, and so they do not have to think about this because they serve with their minds and their bodies. This is why the Kumaris are loved so much. It is the Kumaris who become number 1. Baba was a half Kumari. Yes, there are also some Kumaris who emerge. If they marry and show that they can remain pure, they would have such good fortune. They should also be fully surrendered. They too can claim a very good status. Baba explains, and what he explains, the account of the suffering of karma have to be settled here. Mama and Baba also have to endure the suffering of their karma. Any account that remain will also emerge here. It is not, since I have become God's, why does he not protect me? No, you definitely have to settle the suffering of your karma. Yeah, acha. Oh, okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab, Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. And the spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. First point. Go on the true pilgrimage of your intellect's yoga. Do not lose your fortune by chasing after perishable wealth. Earn a true income. Second point. Become a complete philanthropist with your mind, body, and wealth. Ensure everything you have for 21 births. Baba's blessing for today. May you have the power of a divine intellect and experience God's touchings and become a master almighty authority. Baba explains, a divine intellect is also referred to as the power of the intellect. And with this power of your intellect, you can catch the powers, you can catch all the powers from the Father and become a master almighty authority. There is the power of a scientific intellect, and that is a worldly intellect. Therefore, they can only think about something of this world and the matter. You have the power of a divine intellect that enables you to experience godly attainment. With a divine intellect, you can experience pure touchings from God and experience success in every action you perform. With the power of a divine intellect, you can defeat Maya in any attack she makes against you. Now the slogan for today, Those who are master sons of knowledge and give everyone the light and might of knowledge are true servants. Those who are master sons of knowledge and give everyone the light and might of knowledge are true servants. Om Shanti. So let's keep our thoughts so powerful, Baba's remembrance, and we can experience all the benefits He gave us today. So have a very powerful day. Om